Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. We're going live. Okay, we're live.
I'm not seeing it in my browser yet. Oh, we're live.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Jeb Banner here, CEO of Opendate, joined by some of my colleagues. Excited to share with you Inbound, the new tool that we're launching here today to help venues manage artist submissions. I'm joined by Andrew Jensen, Alex Jensen, and Keith Richards. Not that Keith Richards, but this Keith Richards. And excited to introduce you to these guys. Alex and Andrew recently joined our team. I want to kick it over to Andrew. Introduce yourself and explain a little bit of how we got to Inbound with you.
Yeah. My name is Andrew Jensen, as Jeb said. We joined Opendate June 1st. Alex and I came from Mandolin previously, where we worked with Keith. Mandolin was a live stream service. And before that, Alex and I founded a live stream platform called Noon Chorus. We worked with artists and venues during the pandemic to help them bring their shows to life that they couldn't during that time. In 2021, Noon Chorus was acquired by Mandolin, which is, again, where we met Keith. And we, in about April of this year, Alex and I started exploring creating some tools for both venues and artists outside of live streaming. And that's how we landed on Inbound, and which eventually led us to working with Opendate. So we're really excited to be here, really excited to show you guys this new feature. I'll leave it there.
That's great. And where are you calling from today, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm calling from Nairobi, Kenya, actually. My wife is a disease ecologist and works over here a few months out of the year. So I'm over here visiting her. So we're actually just talking about the incredible nature of the internet and how much we take it for granted, because we can do this in real time and talk from other sides of the world. So happy to be here.
Yeah, that's right. And Alex, his brother, is joining from around the world as well. Where are you from, Alex? Where are you right now?
I'm also in Thailand. So my wife is from here originally, so we came back to visit family. Yeah, we're not normally all over the world, but I'm normally in Chicago. Andrew's in New York. But glad to join you guys.
Yeah, I'm in Indianapolis. And Keith, can you introduce yourself and where are you located right now?
Yeah, hey, my name is Keith Richards. I'm the in-house talent buyer for the Vogue at 45 and do a handful of other venues and events within that portfolio, of which Opendate is part of. So happy to be here. I was an agent for 10 years prior, and then spent about 2.5 years in the live stream space, like Andrew mentioned, and then came on board here about 3 months ago, and I am based in Nashville, Tennessee.
Great. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate everybody that's joining the live stream here. We're going to jump in and give you a little tour of Inbound. So Andrew, can you take it away?
Sure thing. So I guess I should explain what Inbound is first. Inbound is a free booking submission form that venues put on their websites to take artist submissions. So the way it works, a venue puts it on their website. Like I said, artists fill those forms out on the venue's website. That form will collect and organize those submissions in a simple dashboard. And then those submissions are, the venue, can analyze those submissions in the dashboard with all the necessary information they need to confirm a booking. So we will show their streaming platform of choice. You can listen to the music right in the dashboard, all their social stats, as well as contact information. And then we're going to further enrich that submission via Opendate's database of 1.7 million artists, which I'll get into in a little bit here. So the goal of Opendate really is to separate signal from noise. What we're trying to do here is help venues clean up the booking submission process, declutter their inbox, and help venues find the right artist for the right show. And on the artist side, particularly artists, small artists, local artists, DIY, and independent artists, we want to help give them a voice, help them break through, and help them find the right shows for their project. So this idea came to Alex and I after having conversations with several venues, talent buyers, and artists. What we found was that most venues were using an email or a form. They were using something like booking@thevogue.com, for example, or they were using a form which directed to their email or to a spreadsheet. And the consensus was this was a cluttered process, sometimes disorganized, and often the information they were getting from these submissions was incomplete, meaning the venues didn't have enough information to make a decision on the artist. And inevitably what happened was, reluctantly, the venues were deprioritizing those inboxes or those submission forms for other tasks. So what we heard from artists was that they were frustrated because they were not hearing back from venues, or they found the process very hard to break through. So we're hoping, and we think, that Inbound is a solution to this problem. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick demo here of how it works. And then I'm going to pass it over to our friend Keith, who uses it regularly, uses it day to day with the Vogue, and he's going to walk you through some real life examples. So I'm going to share my screen here. All right. Okay. So hopefully everyone can see this. So what we have here is, as I mentioned, it is a form that goes on the venue's website. So in order to get that form onto your website as a venue, you will sign up for your free Opendate account and navigate to the Inbound icon here on the left. Once you've done that, you can grab this form link here, click this button, and that's going to give you two options. You can either link out using the link here, or you can use an embed code. To link out, let's say your venue has a booking tab on your website. You would simply route that tab to this link, and it would link out where the artist could fill out the form. And then we have the embed code option, which is a bit more, gives you a bit more of a custom option. I'll first give you an example of what that looks like here for the custom embed option. This is the Vogue's website, which Keith is going to dive into in a little bit for us. But just to give you a visual example, you can see here the Vogue has this embedded on their website. If we jump back, we can grab this link, and I'll walk you through how the form works, and then show you what a submission will look like. So I'll open a new tab here, and you'll see here, this is what the form looks like. Looks very similar to the option I just showed you on the Vogue's website. When the artist lands here on the venue's site, they will sync with their streaming profile, in this case, Spotify. So we're going to look up an artist here. Right. Oops. Use Bonnie Doon, which is a great band out of Detroit. And wait for them to pop up. Now the artist will find themselves here in the Spotify search, confirm that it's them. And what that's going to do is pre-fill some information here on the form. It's going to fill out their name. It's going to pre-fill their photo. It's also going to pre-fill some of the genre information here. And what this does is it not only helps the artist on their side and speed up the process for them, but it helps combat some of the consistency issues that we heard from venues. Venues told us that the information they were getting was not consistent, or often the submissions were missing information from artists. So anything we can do to help pre-fill that will help combat that. So the artist will go through and fill this out. They can, if they're a cover band, they can click that, and there's going to be a few more questions. I'm going to jump over to a pre-filled example just to speed this process up. So you'll see we have the same band here, everything filled out, including all their music links and social links, etc. I'm going to click submit. That's submitted successfully, and I'm going to come back to the dashboard. So you'll come back to your Inbound dashboard here. I'll refresh. We should see that submission here in just a second once this refreshes. And there we have it. There is Bonnie Doon. So when I click on this, in this dashboard, you'll be able to see all your submissions here. When I click on Bonnie Doon, I'm going to get a preview of everything that they submitted via the form. So we can see their website, their bio, the genres that were pre-filled from Spotify. We can listen to their music right here via this player. We're going to pull up their social stats. You have their contact information here, and then any message that they've submitted. What we can do here, which we love, is you can tag these artists. So essentially sorting them within the system. We have some preset tags here, but we could say, okay, they want to play in July, so they'd be great for July 2023, and we want to create a list. So we'll add them there. Maybe they're good for an opener, maybe they're good for a headliner. We can start adding those to the tags that we've already created so that we're sorting all of our submissions into essentially folders. Now, this is a preview of what the artist has submitted. I mentioned previously that all of these submissions are enriched by Opendate's database. So I'm going to click into this artist details section, and that's going to pull up this page here. On the left, you'll see everything the artist submitted. Again, their social stats, similar artists. We can listen to their music right here, their bio, which is also pulling it from Spotify. But on the right, you'll see the enriched information. So Opendate has a database of 1.7 million artists. We create that database by pulling in information from a number of different resources: Polestar, Roster, Bands in Town, Setlist.fm, all sorts of information. And anything that we have on the artist that was not submitted via the form will show up here on the right. So we have some past show information. We have some expected draw, and we have the artist representation here as well. Now that might not show up for every artist, but in this case here, we're pulling in their additional contact information. So I'm going to jump back to the dashboard here, and what we're able to do is sort and filter all of these submissions. So I can search by a specific artist. So if I search by Bonnie Doon there, I can sort by genre. So we can start sorting by different genres. We can sort by location as well. And then we can sort by the tags that we have. So let's say we want to see any of those tags that we set. Let's see all the ones that we wanted to book for August 2023. And there we have it. There's the artist that we tagged. So that's a basic overview of the artist submission tool here called Inbound. I'm going to pass it over to Keith Richards, who is going to give us some real life examples of how he's using this.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, Andrew. I don't think that I knew about the tagging function, so I'm even here learning something today that is going to absolutely increase my usage of Inbound. No, like I was saying previously, I stepped into this role about 3 months ago without having been a talent buyer previously in my career. I've obviously worked on the other side of the table as an agent for a long time, so the process came naturally. But obviously when my email started opening up, I'm sure that you guys know, daily there's multiple incoming emails around we'd really like to play your venue, we've got these dates open, we saw you announce this show, we'd love to support. Sometimes it's from people actually in the band or group or the artists themselves. Sometimes it's what we like to call a friendager, or some kind of family manager that's really just trying to work on the behalf of the artist. And there were it was such a high volume when I first sat here. My terrible organizational tactic was just to file those inquiries into an inquiry folder. I wasn't really responding or engaging, which I didn't love, but with everything else that was going on, didn't have time to dig deeper. So this was just an incredible way for us to not only respond and engage with those artists that had interest in the venue, but also put the responsibility on them for us to be able to contact them later. So first, I just wanted to quickly show, after we launched Inbound at the Vogue, what I put together in my email. Can you guys see that email window okay? Great. So as soon as Inbound launched for us, I immediately put together an email signature that I just called inquiry. So when I fill that out, when I drop down to that signature, it already has my pre-written response to these folks that has the link to the Vogue's Inbound form, just saying, hey, I really appreciate you reaching out. Obviously, the more information that we have, we can better find the right fit and the right opportunity, even if it's not the one that you reached out for. Really appreciate you contacting us. And so like Andrew shared, when they click that booking form, the Vogue has it embedded into our website. So folks can find it either through my email. By clicking on that, it takes them right here and it's embedded, so they don't have to go anywhere else to start linking their Spotify profile and building their profile in our Inbound account, which I love. Or folks that are just on the Vogue website in general, as they start clicking around, trying to see what they can do, when they come over here to booking and under the About Me section, it's still there for them as well, so they can kind of find it on their own. So since we launched Inbound, I've really enjoyed getting into the platform to really kind of think about, I think a good use case for us is start to go through our fall open Fridays, open Saturdays, start to brainstorm how we can fill those, some folks that have expressed interest that we could maybe reach out to and see if they have the availability. So let's say that we wanted to make one of those nights a cover band. Obviously, you can come in here into the type of band, go back in, and obviously some of these are just example data, but have had a couple of reach out wanting to play the Vogue with a message in here of who they are, how they came to us, etc. So really have just only scratched the surface of what I think that this tool is going to do for us. But it is an incredible way for us to organize outside of just email and Google spreadsheets of combing through ideas. We've also referenced this when we've looked for openers for certain shows that we're looking for them, but excited to continue to grow our list here as more and more artists reach out and fill out their inbound forms. Anything else you guys want me to touch on?
I think that's great, Keith. I appreciate it. Good to see a live example. Thanks, Andrew, for walking us through it. If there's any questions from those watching, feel free to put them into the chat. Happy to answer any questions. The good news here is Inbound is free. It's free for any venue to use. The sign-up process takes just a couple minutes. We can drop a link here into the chat so you can get signed up. We've gotten people up and running on this in literally minutes. And what the feedback we're getting from the folks using it is that it's taking all that chaos out of their inbox, herding all those cats, if you will, into a really nice purpose-built tool to organize all those artist submissions. So separating signal from noise is really what we're trying to do here, not just for the venue, but also for the artist, because so many artists struggle to break through. And we were talking the other day about how we often you look at who's playing at a club and we think, well, that person's really good at emailing. They really know how to harass that booking agent. I think Alex is talking about that in Chicago. And we want to change that dynamic here so that you're getting the right people at the right time, and you're giving them the right experience too, so that when they come to you, they're having a professional experience. They know what kind of information that you need to receive to evaluate them. And you have the tools to really make that evaluation instead of just, kind of guessing or hoping. As this evolves, our goal here is to really help you know who's going to draw and who's not going to draw. That's the vision for this product, is to get more and more intelligence into it so that when you get somebody, able to pull an audience, that then that's a good bet in terms of booking.
Yeah, but one thing that I didn't mention that we haven't done yet, but I think would be good to clarify here, for the existing list of openers and regional bands and locals that Jeb or that the Vogue has already built, are we able to upload that into Inbound so we can take the work that we've already done and put it in here without having to go to each individual artist and have them fill it out?
Yeah, absolutely. We're happy to do that. Obviously Inbound for us is the beginning of what we hope is a larger relationship with venues. We've got a full venue operating system from the calendar through offer management, settlement, advancing shows, financial reporting, and ticketing. So we have a ticketing platform as well that powers a really great suite of marketing tools, including a white label mobile app for our venues. So, we're looking at this as a long-term partnership when we work with somebody, even if the first part of that is simply a free offering. With Inbound, we want to take care of you like you're a paid customer. So if there's a way that we can help you accelerate your usage, we're happy to do some of the lifting there to get you going and make sure that you've got the right data in the system. Yeah, any questions from the group out there? Just want to make sure we're answering any questions that folks might have. But also, we can move forward and share a little bit more about the product. I think, Andrew, you're looking to do a little bit of a deeper dive, walking into the calendar and kind of going through that workflow. If you want to take the steering wheel again, feel free to share your screen and walk the group through what else we have going on here.
Sure. Give me 1 second here and I'll share the screen. And Jeb and Keith, feel free to interrupt at any time here to chime in. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, can you guys see this? All right, so we're back at the Inbound tab here. But you'll see that within Opendate, we have a lot of other features here. So I'll start with and just go through each one and show you how kind of one leads into the other. Inbound, as we mentioned, is free, a free tool for everyone to use. And then we have a premium software service that includes calendar management, offers and settlement generation. And then as Jeb mentioned, we have ticketing. So I'm going to show you our calendar here, calendar tool. This is a purpose-built calendar for talent buyers and venues to use in order to grab holds, check availability, and confirm shows. So you'll see up here, we have all of our shows on sale, confirmed holds, everything is showing. But we can actually click these on and off to see one or the other, or just one individual option. Here on the calendar, what I can do is I can click this to check some holds if I have an agent that is asking for a specific artist. So we can use the same band again, why not? Let's say we have Ground Control asking us for some available dates for Bonnie Doon in August. So we can grab a few of those dates and copy those to our clipboard to send them off to the agent. Alternatively, what I can do is I can also check avails through this simple tool here. So let's say I want to see those without just those dates without any confirmations. And I can select a date range, and it's going to show me all those available holds that we have on our calendar. I can copy those to the clipboard and again, shoot those off to the agent. So once we're ready to move forward and actually create an event or create an offer, we can look at our holds on the calendar here. I'll go back to July to find one. And let's say we want to move Joe Para here to a confirm. We can jump over to the confirm section here, choose our start date and time, say 7 p.m. That's going to pre-fill some information here for us. And we can put a ticket forecast in, save the event. And what that's going to do is bring us to our event page. So while this is generating, our event page will kind of be the source of truth for your talent buyer, your production team. You can also share the information with tour managers, agents, etc. Give me a second here. I'll reload this. Might make me do it again here.
You might be running into the Kenya connection here a little bit.
That might be it. If you want to take over for me here, that might be good because of my connection in Africa.
I'm happy
Apologies.
to drive on the Vogue calendar if you want me to, Andrew.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead, Keith.
Why don't you narrate and let me know where you want to go?
Yeah, go ahead and through the calendar. I think showing a landing page here for an event that's been built out would be helpful. With ticketing live is a good example.
Yeah, so we'll do an internal event as to not broadcast ticket sales of another artist too wide, but this is an event that we are doing the weekend that the Barbie movie releases. We had an open Saturday. Our marketing team came up with this Barbie party event that is live and on sale. We booked a couple of local DJs, so we were able to label the event, but then come in here and add the artists that are in here. I was able to, one of the things that I really love about Opendate and that our entire team loves is the ability to build out the schedule in the advance. So once our production manager comes in here and builds out the schedule for the day, you'll see up here, there is a one-click either send show advance or print the show advance, which seems to be incredibly helpful for them. It also organizes everybody on our team around the schedule for the day in Opendate here. I've got the offers that I built out for the two DJs that are playing here that I can one click, and this is good for me because I need to do this anyway. Click to accepted for these folks, which will then automatically build out settlements for them. And then there are notes in here from our team. There's also a way to store all kinds of documents from approved press photos to advances to writers to any of the marketing images that our team is using. So anybody that's using a Dropbox functionality right now and paying monthly for that, this could definitely replace that for your team. Anything else you may click into ticketing, Jeb?
Yeah, why don't you show ticketing a little bit and how that looks, because there's a dashboard for that as well.
That's great. So obviously we can kind of see our percentage to sell out as a quick hit when we click into the event, and just kind of a breakdown of different ticket types and add-ons. But then when I click in here, I'll go ahead and give me a graph of when these tickets have sold over time. The Vogue has some premium table seating that is not a part of the gross for these events. And so that is our add-on gross. It'll show you what our ticket revenue is and our add-on gross, and then our ticket fees that we've generated from this event. It'll give us the total number of buyers, artist fans who have previously purchased tickets for this artist. So obviously these are local DJs, but anytime somebody that has bought an event with either Gabby or May at the Vogue, that'll show up. These are first-time buyers, so buyers that we haven't had at the Vogue previously or have data on at the Vogue previously. And then you can see a breakdown per scale of the tickets that we have sold in here.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. I think, another thing to touch on here would be the marketing tab. I just want to point this out. The data that flows from ticketing powers marketing tools that we then can use with our customers to do push notifications through the mobile app. So if you want to check this out, you can go to the App Store and look at the Vogue Indie as an example of this live on an App Store. And so all of that's flowing into the marketing tools. And then from there, you're able to push notify and also SMS through the platform. And if you go to the fan page as well here, you can see an aggregation of all that data in one place, and the ability to run different reports. So this is a very data-rich platform, and that's why that we do this integration of the operating system in terms of the venue management with the ticketing, with Inbound being the front door, if you will, for those artists that want to play your venue. So there's a lot to Opendate. If you're interested in getting a personal tour, we'd be happy to give you one. We could spend a couple hours just going through all the functionality and features of this product. There's a lot going on here, but I want to give you a high-level overview, and appreciate you making the time. If there's any questions in the chat, we're happy to answer them. Also, free for anyone to use Inbound right now. Feel free to go to our website and you can click on venue management and go to Inbound. Then there's a sign up link right there. And we'll send out a link after this so that anyone that attended this webinar can sign up and join Opendate Inbound. And again, any help you need getting going, we're here to help you. Even if you're not a paying customer, we will treat you the same. So we appreciate you joining us today. Thanks to Andrew and Alex joining from around the world, and Keith down in Nashville. Thanks to everybody that could join us, and have a great day.
Hey, before we sign off here, I'm going to drop a couple links in the chat, which will be how to sign up for Inbound. We'll shoot these out in email as well, but also drop our emails in the chat as well, so you guys have those.
That's great. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. All right, you should have that now. We'll talk to you later.